Okay, hopefully I'm recording. I've already made, as you can see over here, already made $125 on 3 trades today. And I started about 9:30. It's 9:48 right now. So in 18 minutes, I made $125. And I got my pattern for the day right here. We're almost at 10 o'clock. Between 9:50 and 10 o'clock, it's a very good time to trade. So we're entering that good time of the day to trade in a few minutes. We can kind of see what the market's doing here. It's on this uptrend, so we want to trade the uptrend. We never want to counter trend. Although, no, I didn't do that today. All my trades, you can see I have my trades circled. All my trades are so that's going to make it big, I think. That's going to make it small. Okay, we don't want to do that. So I wonder if I can, do I have any way to expand it out a little bit bigger? Still, see if I can get there you go, get my bald head in there. All right, so we can see these prices are pushing through our resistance line. Not by enough. And actually, you could argue and say, well, hey, wait a minute. Oops. Actually, your resistant line is really right there. I would argue and say that realistically, I can say it's right there and feel good about that. So it's still inside. Well, it's going outside the resistance line. When you see a lot of these, I mean, if I was a gambler and I'm not, that's why I'm here, not at the casino, I would actually buy another contract and let this continue to go up because it looks like it's just going to go through it. But now we can see it's actually breaking back down. So it gets close to this resistance line and it doesn't want to go through it. And it's showing once again that it doesn't want to go through it. We just have these constant higher lows all the way up in this trade, and we need some lower lows, which we're going to get right now. We're going to get a bounce back. Let's see, it's going to be right here. We just don't have a lower low. This is an area that has to go below this, and it's not going to. So this is a bit risky if I were going to do this, if I were going to sell a stop, if I were going to sell a contract, I would put it, I need a red bar and I need that red bar to be a top wick, not a bottom wick. And it's not doing that. So I'm not going to risk an order right there. I'm just going to kind of wait. Okay. See, it's flirting with this. It's if this tries again and fails, it's probably going to come back down hard again, and that would be a time to try a sell. Just depends if it fails again or not. This is a bit risky. I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm up 125, so I'm kind of playing around just to kind of see how it behaves. But actually, I can put it right there and say, you know what? If this thing gets to here, I'm gonna let it run out. See what happens. Okay, I got filled, so now I need to go down to that green line. I don't think it's going to. I think that was a bad trade, honestly. I really don't know why I did that. I probably shouldn't have. I was just normally I don't think normally I would have made that trade, honestly. I just don't feel good about it. I'm gonna move this green arrow. I'm gonna move this green up to here a little bit just to see if I can get something out of it. But I think this is gonna go against me. I don't know. Not getting a good feeling about this if it punches through. Come on, I need red. Push the red through there. Red, not green. Yeah, this was a bad trade. All these are consolidated. I wish I didn't do that. I'm going to lose $100 on this trade probably. Not happy about that. Unless I get really, really lucky here, but I don't think so. This is going to push through my red line. I'm going to be out $100. Bad trade. Shouldn't have made that. I didn't get a good feeling about it when I did it, but let's see what happens. I mean, we're still showing a bear candlestick, so I might get lucky. It might bounce down through there for me. I don't know. Oh no, it's going to hit out. It's going to hit out. It's going to hit out. It's trying to go. It's trying to go down. Here we go. We might push through. Give me a red. Push through. No, the green. The buyers are winning. Buyers are winning. Oh boy, are they ever. Come on, guys. I just need you to go to that line. Just go to that line for me. Make it easy for you. I'm just gonna get out of the trade. If it goes just down one area, I'll get out of this trade, lose $25 maybe. Bad trade. All the way around bad trade. I knew I shouldn't have done this one. I don't know why I did that. I'm not happy with myself. I was 3-0 on the day. Now I'm going to be 3-1. I just want it to go down. It's going to go through there. Oh, okay. I got out of it. Whew, I lost $12.50 on that one. That's a relief. And then it came it came down. But I didn't use the right pattern for that at all. That was not cool. I really kind of screwed that up. That was a bad one. I'm going to put that right over here is where I made that trade. And interestingly enough, it's following that resistance line there. And it's going to work. See, these are just so small in between here. I'm just going to keep this on. Okay, I'll just record this for a few more, and then after the next trade, I'll stop. It's kind of boring to watch, I know, but if you guys want to learn how to do this, I teach people how to do it. You can make some pretty good money at it, as you can see. Even though I lost that last trade, $12.50, I'm still up $112.50, and I started literally 26 minutes ago. So I don't know too many places you can make $112 in 26 minutes. It's pretty cool. But let me get back to, I need a lower low. Okay, here's my lowest low. And then we had a lower low here. Okay, so once this breaks through this, we'll have you know what we want to do really? We don't want to trade the lows. We want to trade the highs, honestly. Otherwise, we're counter trend trading. That's not really ever a good idea. So yeah, this is not really, I thought this was a resistance line, but actually, when it was sideways channeling, it was a resistance line. See, it would hit here and back down here and back down, but over here it didn't. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that and remove that line. That line is no longer valid. This still seems to be like a resistance line. It's hitting up here and it wants to come back down. I went through it a little bit, but here, this is definitely, this upward trend, this is definitely, look at, this is like once, twice it's tried, it's coming back down. So what we'd like to see is we'd like to see this thing come down here towards this support line a little bit. And then we'll place a trade to come back up. But right now it's not doing that. It's coming to the midline and then going back up. So now we do have a new low here. So if we wanted to play this low, we can play this low. but that's a bit of a counter trend trade, and that's really not a good idea. Okay, so we have, and then this would be a new high, but we don't want to go high because we're already coming through our ceiling. So if we were going to trade this at all, we would trade it down, thinking we have to make a point on this line right here. So we would enter our trade right about here on this section. I hope it's showing you my arrow. I don't know if it is or not. But if we're gonna sell something, then we have our entry point right here. This is our new low because it's lower than this low. So this is the new low. This would be a one leg up, and then it would start to pull back. We'd like to see this go way up here to start to pull back. Then we'd know we have a pretty good trade on our hands. Definitely working its way up. This is forming a double top here. We have a top here and a top here. So if this comes down a little bit or goes up for that matter, but we can see we have one. If this were to go up and go up to here and then come back, that would be a really good sign that it's not gonna break through this thing. And if it did break through, then it's called a trap, and we can actually trap the guys that are trying to go long on this trade, go short and make a fast $50. I mean, literally in like 5 seconds. It's really cool when it works that quick, and it does that all the time. As I said, I've been in front of my computer now since the market opened at 9:30. It's 10 o'clock, 9:58, and I'm up 112.50. I mean, there are some folks, that are working 8 hours a day and not making $112. So, and that's nothing against them, but I'm just saying, it's so possible to make money from home. Through trading the market here. It's very possible to do. You just like anything else, you just have to know how. And education, what it's all about. People say, oh, doctors are so smart. Well, they are, but they're educated. I mean, anybody can do what doctors do if you have the education. You know how to do it. Okay, we got something going on here. So we have one up and we have a pullback. Now, what we'd like to see is we want to see this go back up. I'm going to get ready for a trade just in case we want to sell. We want to see this go back up towards this resistance line, and then we're going to make our trade because we have one up and we have a pullback, and now we're going one up again. I actually hope that goes up a lot higher. That would make me nervous if it starts to drop down. I don't know if I would do the trade. There's just not a lot of movement there. And we need to see a green bar take this thing way up, and then a red bar right alongside of it starting to bring it down, and then we can enter our trade. But right now, some of the criteria is being met. See how it's bouncing off this midline bar too now? You got to be careful of that. When you see that, okay, this is doing exactly what we want it to do. Exactly what we want it to do. And then we want it to pull, but we want it to pull back like down to here somewhere. I don't want to make my trade too early. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I did it too early. Maybe it'll work out for me. I don't know. I let it off that was a mistake. Rookie mistake, but it might work in my favor. It's showing red, but just needed to push through this green line. Come on. Yeah. Just made $50 right here, folks. Just made $50 on that. Whew, that worked out right there. Made a $50 bill on that trade. So now I'm up 162.50 on the day. And it's, as you can see, it's 10:01. So my goal is to make 150 a day. That's 750 a week. That's $3,000 a month or almost $40,000 a year. So not a bad way to make a living. If you want to know how to do that, hit me up. I do offer a course that I teach. It's not cheap. It's not terribly expensive, but I mean, really, in no time flat, you'll have your course paid for by using the system that I'm teaching folks. So if you will reach out to me, let me know you're interested. My cell phone number is 352-476-5968. You can also find me at Mile High Trading Members on YouTube, and Main Street Chiropractic or Ben Krofchak on Facebook. Hypnosis for All Occasions, my other business. But that's it. We're going to stop this thing. Good day. $162. I'm happy with that.